Welcome to our channel, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for taking your time to be part of our great show. Allow me to request you to subscribe to our channel if you're watching us for the first time. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell to allow YouTube to notify you whenever we release a video like this. To those who support this channel in one way or the other, and to all our returning subscribers, thank you very much. There is fear and uncertainty in the country because of Raila Amolo Odinga. Yesterday, Raila Amolo Odinga very unexpectedly exploded and he called on William Ruto to ensure that he delivers the promises that he gave to Kenyans. In fact, he told Kenyans that all the disaster that we now see is as a result of a president that was not ready to govern this country. And he told the people that were it for Azimio, maybe they would have planned well for the nation, for the disaster like the floods and whatever is happening. This did not go down well with the Kenya Kwanza team because in essence, Raila was calling Ruto a failure, planless and clueless. And it was only a matter of time before the Kenya Kwanza started reacting and exploding just the same way Raila did. Remember, when Raila went to Mukuru and he met those who had been affected and they were being evacuated from where they are, the government is saying that they built and constructed some houses near riverbanks. But Raila feels that they should have planned well. They shouldn't have allowed the people to build or construct near the riverbank, then try to destroy the houses at this time when you don't know. You can imagine a family that is being, removed or evacuated from a place he has been. When it is now raining, where would they go? Raila simply felt that we should be proactive, not reactive. So today, Kimani Ichung'wah is the majority leader in the National Assembly, and Aaron Cheruiyot, who is the majority leader in the Senate, did not waste time to answer to Raila, and their answer is an attack. And if you listen very carefully, you will realize, I want you to feel the tone. They are deeply affected by the message that Raila gave to Kenyans. Kindly listen to Kimani and Cheruiyot.
Hasa mzee, unatafutiwa kazi, badala ya kujamaza utulie polepole, tena unaanza kutusi chief campaigner wako. Hii mzee yenu shida yake inakuanga nini? Hata nyinyi mnisaidie, mimi simuelewi tena. Hasa tunajaribu kusaidia yeye, ako chini kwa mtaro, tunainua yeye, kabla hata hajasimama ameanza kutukana wale wanamsaidia. Hii mzee ni kama kuna mtu waliroga yeye. Mimi sielewi yeye kabisa. Na mimi naomba tuombe yeye ili akikaribia microphone awe muungwana ama namna gani? Si awe mtu muungwana. Sasa ile unasaidiwa kama vile rais anazunguka hii nchi yote. Imagine rais anafanya kazi ya Kenya na akimaliza kazi ya Kenya anaenda nchi za nje kumuombea kura yeye. Na wakati anaombea yeye kura, yeye anakimbia huko chini anaanza kutoa matusi. Situmwambie jameni awe muungwana. Kwa hivyo we want to tell Raila Odinga, please be a decent gentleman. It cannot be that while we are busy trying to sort the mess that you and Uhuru Kenyatta created in this country, that you are leading from the front again, creating disturbance in our country.
Tungemuuliza mzee rafiki yetu Baba Raila Odinga, William Ruto anaelewa mambo ya uchumi, ndio amedhibiti uchumi. Mambo ya siasa ya Kenya anaelewa, ndio alikushinda kwa uchaguzi, hata ukisaidiwa na wale walikuwa na serikali na system zote. Rais William Ruto anaelewa siasa za dunia, ndio anakusaidia uende uwe commission chair wa AU. But if you are to be helped, my brother, mzee Raila Odinga, please humble yourself, because the position that we are campaigning for you, led by President William Ruto, is a position that calls for humility, is a position that calls for respect across the entire African continent, and the world over. Please be humble. Respect your chief campaigner.
And in this video, I want us to look at the reason why the Kenya Kwanza government has decided to react with fireworks. Because Raila spoke yesterday, and I did not think that this will really touch them in their nerves. But from the reaction, you can feel that it was a punch that they felt in that punching ring. So what exactly is happening, and why is Kenya Kwanza angered by Raila's reaction when he met the people and he told the people that William Ruto is a failure? Number one, the Kenya Kwanza team had crafted a plan way before they ascended to power. And William Ruto told us that he had a plan to cast Raila in a wheelbarrow and take him to Bondo. To them, this was the last time Raila was going to play active politics in the Kenyan field. But when they took over power, they realized that it was not as easy. It was not a walk in the park. And Raila rejuvenated himself, because if there is one thing that Raila has mastered, is how to rejuvenate himself when you think he is finished. And then he becomes a Raila that you cannot deal with. So Raila led all these demonstrations, and they realized that Raila is still very, very strong, that they cannot deal with him. They invoked the powers of their friend, the USA, and the US reigned on Raila, and they prevailed upon Raila to stop the checks and balances that he was giving to William Ruto, and they persuaded him to focus on African AU Commission chairman, because with that they thought Raila was going to be a very busy man and he would forget the affairs in the country. But when Raila resurfaced yesterday, Raila is like telling them, I refuse to be intimidated, because they thought that by giving Raila this engagement to focus on the campaigns on the African Union Commission, then he will be looking at the mess in the country and he will be quiet. And they wanted to take that bragging right that, we have managed Mzee. But Raila came back and told them a very big no. He cannot be listening to the mess in the country. He cannot be looking at the mess in the country, and he keeps quiet. So that is one thing that angered them, because they have said that we are managing Mzee, and then Mzee refuses to be managed. And this does not go down well with them, because their mission is kind of backfiring. Number two, Raila acted or reacted at the right time. At a time when doctors are on strike, at a time we have fake fertilizer, at a time when we have floods and people have been swept away, then the government comes in and they want to react instead of being proactive. And they knew that such a message with the Raila, who has got a strong support base, who people follow, they knew very well that Raila's message cannot be taken very easily. And they knew very well that it sank in the mind of the people, because Kenyans are tired. They are tired of Ruto's governance. You've seen the people who voted for William Ruto crying fall over avocado taxes, over demolitions of houses. Basic commodities are the prices are very high. They keep on, adding taxes. They will tell you that the prices of unga and sugar, have gone down, yet they have taxes in other things. Even school fee is now very difficult to come by. The unemployment rate has gone high. So people are very tired, and they regret why they voted in the UDA government. And they knew that at such a moment, if Raila is conveying this message, it will sink to the people. And we are living in a very precarious moment, so much that we only need to be triggered and people will be back on the streets. Doctors are on the streets, and teachers are warning, and all the civil servants are warning, because they are being deducted even the housing levy. So everyone is tired, and they did not want to take it lightly. They wanted to counter-attack what Raila said, because they don't want the people to listen to him. It can trigger a very big revolution as we speak. Raila was telling the Kenya Kwanza team, and they didn't like it, that Raila is telling them, I don't care about your job. Because they had thought that when they dangled this carrot about the AUC chairman, the Raila will be cowed. Atakuja mkia na atanyamaza. And when Raila did this, these people went back to the drawing board. What exactly is happening? That's why when they are asking Nini Mbaya na Mzee, they mean it. Because to them they thought this is over. This is a game that we have finished. And then Mzee resurfaces with a big bang, and the people are listening and people want to follow him, and they're like, what is happening? Raila is telling them, I don't care about your job. You can take it. Raila is simply telling them, to me it is not a matter of life and death, and this is why they are angered. So when you dangle a carrot to someone, you really feel that when they take it as a favor. But Raila is telling that this is not a favor. In fact, Raila feels, and if you ask many experts, they will tell you that yes, the constitution of the policies of the AU demands that your government must propose you and might be seen to be campaigning for you. But there's another school of thought that feels that Raila can win even with the support of William Samoei Ruto. In fact, if you look at East Africa alone, Museveni, Samia Suluhu, Kagame, or the president of Tshisekedi of Congo, the president of Sudan, all of these presidents are not in good terms with William Ruto. So William Ruto cannot pretend to be campaigning for Raila even within the East Africa. Raila has got a strong connection. Olusegun Obasanjo is campaigning for him in the West. So he feels he can make it without the support of the government. And that is why he does not care about what is happening. In fact, even the supporters of Raila were wondering what exactly is happening with Raila. And at some point, personally, I thought that Raila was also silent to give the people who have been making noise that, Raila does not want to give a chance to leaders. He wanted them. This was the opportunity when doctors are on strike, floods are raging, we have fake fertilizer, the capitation fees not reaching schools. This was the time for people to rise up to fit into his shoes. And I like what Babu Owino was doing. He simply decided that he was going to do what Raila would have done when he was there. And the opposition really did a good job. I remember people like Mudhoni Mushomba, and they did it. So this didn't go down well with them. They thought they had silenced him. This was happening just a few hours after Raila Odinga had met Meg Whitman. In fact, he welcomed and received Meg Whitman in his current home. And after that, Raila exploded. And I think Raila was telling the US that we have a limit. Even though you want me to keep off the Kenyan politics, even though you want me to give William Ruto, because what they had told Raila is to allow William Ruto to build the economy. But Raila was saying, when we went to the street, they were telling us that we wanted to sabotage the economy, we wanted the businesses to collapse. Now, over 1 year down the line, businesses are collapsing, the economy, it cannot be resuscitated anyway because of the bad policies. In fact, the Auditor General and the Control of Budget keep on telling us that there's a lot of wastage, there are corruption cases that even in State House itself. So things are not getting any better. And so this was a message even to the US that there's a limit. I cannot negate my obligation to rescue my people. I cannot let things happen the way they do just because you want me to go for the AU seat, just because I'm eyeing that seat. If it means sacrificing it, then so be it. And Raila sent this message to Meg Whitman because we didn't expect Raila to speak after he met Meg. But anytime they meet with the Meg Whitman, then you'd feel that they're trying to compromise Raila. I call them dark forces, and they want to twist him. So this was also a message to Meg, and the Kenya Kwanza team knows very well that Raila was also doing this in defiance to the US, in defiance to Meg Whitman, in defiance to Joe Biden himself, and they don't like it because they are a puppet of the West, and they have exploded. But will Raila be coward? This is the question that people are asking, because personally, from where I sit, I had looked at things and I thought Raila has decided to watch things from a distance so that Kenyans can learn that choices have got consequences. Do you think the Kenya Kwanza team have got a right to attack Raila? Do you think just the fact that Raila wants to go for the the AU Commission seat, he should be quiet? He should not criticize William Ruto when things are not going in the right direction. What do you think about this? Kindly share with me your thoughts, because you've seen them bragging, "Oh, we are creating a job for you." Do you really think they're creating a job for Raila Odinga? As a matter of fact, they took away his job as the president of the country. So they cannot say that they are creating a job. Let them relinquish that seat or open the server so that we know who won. I don't know what to think, but that is my take.